no matter whether it's involving the courthouse, the budget to meet day-to-day expenditures, balancing that. I feel for them. But I also, at the same time, not only feel for those board members, I feel for the citizens of Smith County that they represent. It's not; these are not easy times, and we as public servants have an obligation that we should try to find every way possible that we can be accessible to the public, provide them as much information, try to do things that in our offices as smart as we can so that it benefits our county and the citizens that live here. And I would encourage anybody, I laugh about it sometimes, is that I'll have somebody call and they'll apologize because they got me, not one of the girls. And the first thing I always tell them is, Lord, you know, no apology, that's what I'm here for. If you've got a question, you've got a problem, you have an issue, I want somebody to call. Please call. I had another commissioner tell me one time that when you're commissioner, you have a lot of duties that may be outside of the parameters of what you would normally have. And probably one of the ones that different type was I had some folks over in Sugar Grove that were getting billed on cable bills out of Texas. And the cable had fell down in the middle of one of them's yard in June, and they were still getting bills in December and couldn't get service. And they had $600 some in back bills. And they couldn't get any satisfaction anywhere. So I finally just picked up, he told me about it, and it just kind of rubbed me wrong. Mm-hmm. So I called Texas. First time they hung up on me. Second time I informed them that they may have unknowingly known that they stepped across the county line and really were operating a cable franchise illegally in Smith County, and that I would inform the State Corporation Commission and several other individuals. Their cable bills left. They no longer owed them. So, you know, that type of thing is what we're there for. We're there to serve the public. We serve everybody. The folks that I really worry about is like the woman that had the capital gains on the annuity she had. We serve everyone, but I worry about the folks that don't have the CPA, and I worry about the people that don't have the attorney. And what we try to do is provide as much information, as much help as we humanly can do, given the limitations of our budget and our staffing. And that quite often, sometimes becomes an issue, but we usually try to address it if we can, and we don't want people not to call. Please call us, because that's what we're there for.
You've been listening to What's Up in Smith County. It's a program that we put on we invite you, the listener, the citizen, to ask the question via our website, z103musicfund.com. We bring those questions to the decision makers. And today we've been talking to Jeff Richardson, Commissioner of Revenue for Smith County. Mr. Richardson, I want to thank you for being with us today, for answering these questions, some of them with kind of a personal slant. You know, sometimes they can be uncomfortable, but I appreciate you being honest. And as you have said, straight ahead, you act that way and you conduct your office that way. I'll give you just a second to any wrap-up.
Blake, I appreciate the opportunity to be here with you, and we always want to be informative. A couple of things let me mention for folks on now that we're in tax season. If you've not filled out that 762 personal property report, please do so. By county ordinance, there is a 10% penalty, which is passed by the Board of Supervisors. I hope to address that in the near future with the board. That's a concern that I have. One other thing that I want to mention, it's something that we run into every now and then, but I want folks to understand I don't want them to miss it, because it can bite people so bad. If anyone goes out and buys a truck, a large truck, and they are going to, and they're not going to be towing anything, and they're not going to have a lot of heavy weight in it, do not put a heavy weight tag on that truck. Because when you do, and you put a heavyweight tag on it, you do not get your PPTRA tax relief. You lose it, because when the General Assembly wrote that code section, they said if you have a heavyweight tag, you don't get car tax relief. I had a young man that I taught. He went to a dealership, bought a new truck. The dealer asked him, "You want a heavyweight tag?" He said, "What's the difference?" "Ah, just a few bucks." He got his tax bill, $650. He had to pay it all because of one simple reason. He put a heavyweight tag on it. Don't do that. Do not do that. If you are operating a business, you will not receive car tax relief if it is a business car. If you're claiming mileage, make sure that you don't claim over 50% mileage. If you do, you'll lose the car tax relief. What we do quite often is the devil is in the details. And before people go ahead and jump, we always want them to go ahead, if they have a question, give us a call. That's what, as I mentioned earlier, that's what we're there for. And Blake, appreciate your time, and any time that the public has some needs and wants to have some information, I'll be more than happy to do this. Thank you very much.